If you've ever found yourself replaying your most embarrassing moments in your head, you need to hear this. In The Charisma Myth by Olivia Fox-Cabane, she says, "One of the main reasons we're so affected by negative thoughts is that we think our mind has an accurate grasp on reality, and that its conclusions are generally valid. This, however, is a fallacy. Our mind's view of reality can be, and often is, completely distorted." There was a study where Harvard researchers had participants watch a short video of two groups of people passing around a basketball. They were asked to count the number of passes made by one of the teams. Partway through the video, a woman walked onto the court in a full gorilla suit. After watching the video, the participants were asked whether they'd seen anything out of the ordinary take place. And in most groups, more than half missed the gorilla, even though it literally waved its arms at the camera. Since we have a limited capacity for conscious attention, your brain filters out what it considers irrelevant and only presents what it considers important or what you've consciously asked it to pay attention to. Unfortunately, our brains are generally danger focused, so what it deems important often skews negative. That's called negativity bias. It's a survival instinct. It's normal, natural, and very common. But just because the feeling is real and valid doesn't mean the thought is. Here's a mistake most people make. Trying to completely ignore negative thoughts is practically impossible, and trying to reject it outright out of shame for feeling it at all makes it much harder to bear. In fact, it often has the opposite effect, where our brains tend to dwell on the forbidden. Like if I said, "Quick, don't think of a white elephant. Whatever you do, do not imagine a white elephant." You're probably picturing a white elephant. This tendency has been known as target fixation since World War II fighter-bomber training, where pilots who were fixated on targets they were meant to bomb ended up crashing into them. Similarly, skiers who were warned don't hit the trees were more likely to ski toward them since their brains naturally focused on the trees. Telling them look for the openings would make them instinctively focus on clear paths and navigate safely through them. Cabane also lists techniques to help lessen the effects of persistent negative thoughts, so try these and let me know which works best for you. Assign a label to your negative experience: self-criticism, anger, anxiety, etc. Just naming what you're thinking and feeling can help you neutralize it. Depersonalize the experience. Rather than saying, "I'm feeling ashamed," try, "There is shame being felt." Imagine that you're a scientist observing a phenomenon. How interesting. There are self-critical thoughts arising. Imagine seeing yourself from afar. Zoom out so far you can see planet Earth hanging in space. Then zoom in to see your continent, then your country, your city, and finally the room you're in. See your little self, electrical impulses whizzing across your brain, one little being having a particular experience at this particular moment. Imagine your mental chatter as coming from a radio. See if you can turn down the volume, or even just put the radio to the side and let it chatter away. If you found this insight helpful, I definitely recommend reading The Charisma Myth yourself. This is from Chapter 4, Overcoming the Obstacles, in the section about neutralizing negativity, and there's so much more that I haven't touched on, so definitely go check it out.